we go.
You want to hit one? Or?
Go ahead and hit one.
Carry is 132.4 yards.
All right, guys. Well, hey, welcome to the second 9. We're going to be out here on the range today. Dee's got a unveiling to do. We are going to look at some new sticks for Dee today. He's making a change in his bag. It's something we haven't introduced to the channel yet. We kind of waited for this moment. So we'll start with what Dee's currently playing with. So Dee, tell him a little bit about the current sticks you got and when you bought them and why we're making a change.
Absolutely. First off, what I'm using right now is the Ping i500. Bought it about 6 months ago. My thinking was at the time was really to not so much game improvement, but there was a lot of talk about hollow heads at the time, and they launched higher. You gained half a club to a club distance, and I got really caught up with that with everybody else. So getting these, it was at a time where I was just kind of getting back into the game and definitely needed a little help, but I still wanted the looks of a player's distance type of iron. So went with that. I got them in brown spec, which is 3 flat, and I got them power spec as well, which was actually 1.5 degrees stronger. So,
and they're already a strong. For those of you guys that know, a power spec is just 2 degrees stronger than their standard spec,
yes,
which is already a game improvement spec. So, and when Dee picked these, and you said you got them about 6 months ago.
Right.
We fitted them over at the shop for about 6 months ago, and it was an interesting thing. So let's start with you don't hate these clubs.
No, they are really good.
Right.
They perform just
exactly the way you built them.
Right.
They're performing exactly the way you built them. Right.
And I mean, spec-wise, I built them in a way that I thought was going to help benefit my game.
Right.
So there was not a lot of guessing there. I hit them in the bays and got some good numbers. But one thing I did see there, and it played out on the golf course, was stopping power.
Right.
That kind of suffered a little bit. Again, with the hollow head design in here, like the P790.
So
it kind of took it away a little bit.
Right. Well, here's what we think we discovered. So again, we're both club fitters. So this is an interesting case for us because within 6 months after fitting ourselves for club, Dee was mostly involved in fitting himself for the clubs, but he asked for my input and I watched and looked, and he went back and forth on a few different sets, but picked these really because of wanting to get that game improvement feel, the little benefits you get from this club, but still have that player's head, like the sound in the studio, like the spin numbers. It checked all the boxes,
and even looks. I mean, it's part of golf. It has to fit your eye, like anything else.
Right.
You have to be confident.
Right.
With the way it looks sitting down.
So to do it all over again in just 6 months. Here's what we learned. I mean, even fitting yourself, even going to a fitter, we're fitters, and we misfit these because we use the studio solely to fit them. And let's talk about where we think we went wrong in the fitting. So first off, 3 degrees flat.
Yes.
Probably should have been 2.
Probably should have been 2.
And in the studio, 3 looked really good.
Right.
3 worked. But once we got them out here on the course, how hard is it to draw that club?
Oh yeah, it's pretty much a right-only club.
Yeah,
definitely.
So if he has to pull anything left, he better aim left.
And also too, like we discovered, these were ordered standard length, and they were actually about 1/4 inch longer than Steph's set, probably than my old set, which was an R11 TaylorMade set.
Right.
And they are about 1/4 inch longer.
Yeah.
Than what I have new.
Right. So what we discovered is what taking it out on the course and playing with it, and what Dee finally came to the conclusion of. He said, look, these low spin clubs are really good. They come off well, they do all the things, but what we forgot to kind of compartmentalize was more club head speed is needed.
Yes.
To really make this club perform at the specs that we designed it. Now there's a chance What D should have done is maybe stayed with the standard spec.
Standard loft or even retro, which
Right.
was
Yeah.
closer to
The old
a
30.
traditional blade type.
Right.
club.
Yeah, a little closer to that.
Right.
But so what D did, and look, let's be real. They say forged. They don't feel forged
Right.
at all.
They aren't. It's just the face that's forged. So
Right.
it kind of gives you a softer feel, but nothing. It's not true forged
Right.
for sure.
Right. So let's go through it. So they're 3 degrees upright. They're about a 1/4 inch long. Whether we ordered them that way or not, that's the way they
their
came.
standard.
And the spec, we want more spin because we just don't have the club head speed right now to spin these the way they need to be.
Yeah, and usually my club head speed, with the 8.7 iron is about 82 to 85 miles an hour.
Yep. Yep. So what we'll do is, here, D, why don't you go ahead and do an unveiling for them and
All right.
show them what you got there.
So these are the new clubs, and also too my i500s were regular flex, so R300 and the XP95 shaft.
Yep.
So what we got here is, you could see kind of
Yeah.
Callaway.
Yeah.
Very nice. I've had a set of Callaway X18 Pro many moons ago.
Yep.
I'm really happy. We thought we spec'd these out again with the new knowledge that we kind of have. Let's
Being
first
on the
off,
course, being on the course
Yeah.
gave us more information than being in a bay.
It absolutely helped,
Right.
For sure. So these are the new clubs. We have the Apex Pro.
Yep, come in even closer if you would. Let's see.
Yeah, Apex Pro forged, and standard specs on these are like, say, 7 iron is going to be 34 degrees. Is that 33? 33. So I went 1 degree strong on the lofts to help me maybe not lose so much distance, and I don't want to get caught up in the distance thing. But
we don't want to give too much away. It's hard
Right.
to see, guys. We'll try and do some other footage of it with the shadow right now. The shadows are creeping in on us, so we'll have D hit a few. We'll start each. I accidentally helped him open up the 5 iron instead. So as we came on live, or as we started recording, D had just hit a couple of his 8 irons. His last one with his i500 was 132 yards. 82 mile an hour club head speed, 100 mile an hour ball speed with 7,500 spin. And we're recording that data, so we'll try and share it with you. But we're gonna try and get D to hit a few. So this is do or die. I mean, this is the first shot with this stick. So let's see how it comes out.
Carry is 123.1 yards.
Boy,
missed out a little.
it sounded amazing.
They feel good.
Yeah, that was great. Club head speed 81.6. The spin was down a little bit compared to the last one at 6,000.
Right, and I thinned that a little
Yeah,
bit too.
ball speed was, but still, for thinning it, it sounded pretty great.
Yeah, no, it felt great.
Carry is 126.6 yards.
Yeah. Well, now let's think about it. I mean, and we're back up to about 5,300 spin.
Right.
So I know I just said that the other one carried just a little bit further, but these are at least 2 degrees weaker and a 1/4 inch shorter.
Right.
So your club head speed 83, ball speed 93. So
Centerness of hit, like I said,
Yeah.
I've they weren't horrible misses, but
they weren't
they weren't
butter.
flushed yet.
All right.
Carry is 122.7 yards.
Nice. So I think the other thing we're going to see through this is one of the reasons why the i500 maybe wasn't the best fit for D also, he hits the ball very low. You'll see it. We'll try and shot trace a couple of these. D's flight is very low, so doing power lofts on those clubs probably hurt him quite a bit.
Definitely.
Because
with the
that's
lower
an-
spin,
yeah.
lower loft.
He just hit an 8 iron, and it's still, now that one spun up at 8,700. So he's starting to get the feel for it, but that spin with his club head speed being what it is right now, should help him with a little bit more distance, and of course the stopping power on the green.
And then also too on these we went same shaft, dynamic gold, the XP95 but S300.
Yeah, there you go. So he went stiff shaft as opposed to regular flex. And I think that was mostly just because you like the feel of it.
I do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Carry is 124.9 yards.
Not compressing it.
Yeah, it's that one, the spin dropped down 4,600, club head speed 82.
All right.
So
Now again, little adjustments. One thing with the i500, I started to get it a little bit more up in the stands.
right.
And I think right now I'm just coming
Having
out a little shallow.
Yeah, yeah, and look, guys, anytime you buy a new set of clubs, especially this big of a configuration change, it's going to take a few to get the hang of it. But
Carry is 135.2 yards.
there you go, D.
Yeah.
8,500 spin, 85 mile an hour club head speed, 99 mile an hour ball speed. We'll put the numbers up there.
That one felt a lot nicer, and again, it was just move it to the middle of the stance.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, that made a big difference.
big difference.
Right there.
There you go. Let's do one more, and then we'll have you hit a couple 5-irons from the i500s and back and forth a little bit. Butter this one. Very good.
Carry is 130.0 yards.
There you go. Now,
So they got better.
now he's hitting it, just moving that ball back a little bit. What he's doing is he's allowing himself to hit it with the same distance as the i500, but this is a much more player club. The spin number,
Oh, yeah.
you know, up around that. This one spun at about 5,000, but he'll spin it a lot more with this club as he gets used to it.
And then too, with I mean, these are range balls.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
Usually playing Pro V1,
Right,
stuff like that.
right.
So
Let's
like
do a couple with your 5-iron from the i500s. Then
Oh,
we'll do a couple 5-irons from.
Oh, the i5.
Yeah, and then we'll do a couple 5-irons from the new set.
Carry is 165.6 yards.
Nice. 5,300 spin, 86 mile an hour club head speed, 113 mile an hour ball speed.
Carry is 150.3 yards.
Got a little
Nice.
bit,
Little heavy?
little behind that
Yeah,
one.
yeah. All right, but that gives us a good idea. So we got a couple of them in there, about 85 mile an hour club head speed, 103 again on the ball speed, 150 yards of carry. So let's see how the. And of course, it's a 5-iron. You know, they're not the easiest in the bag to hit,
It's true.
and especially for the first time swinging it. So be excited to hear this one off the club face.
Carry is 148.9 yards.
We'll edit that one. First swing with a 5-iron. Come on.
Carry is 173.2 yards.
I think he's happy with that.
That was
3,600 spin,
That
87.
was-
Yeah, 87 mile an hour, right out of the center of the club face. So yeah, we'll put those numbers up. But yeah,
That was
174
good.
yards almost. Well done. And look, guys, we put D under a lot of pressure here, opening up a brand new set of sticks and saying, "Okay, clown, hit them and do better than the clubs that you're already hitting." It's tough.
I mean, just
but
that last shot right there.
Yeah.
You know, it's the stopping power. You
Right.
know, I'm all for hitting it 10 yards further.
Right,
And if it has the characteristics, then, you know, that's something I might consider buying.
right.
I'm looking at stopping power. I know my swing when it's on. I know my distances. And it's just, you know, if you're hitting a 5-iron and you land it 10 feet short of the green and, you know, you're back edge of the green now,
Yeah,
or have a 30-foot putt coming back as
Yeah.
opposed to a little bit more stopping power,
sure. And
makes a world of difference, even if I'm 5 yards shorter.
right. And so that's what we were talking. Listen, guys, if you went back and you watched the introductory to the video series where I babble on for 15 minutes or whatever, you know, one of the common themes you're going to hear through the show is that we're buying strokes, not yards, not status, not distance, strokes. And D was smart enough to go, hey, these clubs, as good as the i500s were to him, he knew where the shortcomings were, and he did a smart thing. He corrected quickly.
Yeah.
Instead of sitting there struggling with these clubs for another year, getting more and more frustrated with his game. We've seen his game improve off the tee already. You'll see that in the coming videos. Go watch it. He's done a great job getting off the tee already. All aspects of he's always had a 6 short game. So now he's just dialing everything
Trying
else
to match
in.
it all up.
Oh
Absolutely.
man, it's killing me too. I got work to do. But guys, listen, thank you for joining us with this. We'll let him go out on a couple of good 5 irons. We'll hit a couple more for you. If we got anything else to say, we will. But otherwise, enjoy a couple of 5 irons.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, gang. Edit.
Carry is
That's what the edit button's for.
138 yards.
Actually, look, spin numbers were good. It still carried 130. Yeah.
Carry is
That was definitely the one.
181.0 yards.
181 yards. 3,500 spin
With a 5 iron.
with a 5 iron. For D, that's a big stick.
That's a legitimate smile right there.
That's a big stick.
Right now, that's what I was hitting my 4 iron, honestly,
Yeah.
in the i5.
Right, and now we know just a little extra launch, and honestly, just feeling more comfortable with the club
Oh,
helps so much.
Yeah. The trajectory, again,
Yeah.
with the more spin, you know, it's weird what the industry's doing with the spin number.
Yeah.
They're making it like on the driver, take off the spin, you're going to hit it farther, but take
No
off
control.
too much spin.
It just dies. It just falls out of the
Absolutely.
sky. So we learn that with these, because really what the i500 is, and even Ping will tell you, this is a fairway wood type or a hybrid type club.
Yeah.
It's all hollow in there. They're trying to reduce spin. So now we have to be smart when we make these purchases, going, well, do I really want that much less spin, now we got to find that happy medium where swing speed matches up with spin, and I think Dee's just found it. I think he's pretty
And just
pleased
be
right now.
careful in the bays.
Yeah, the
You know,
bay lies
that's,
to us. Those things, I mean, they don't lie, but get them out here on the
Yes.
course. You're going to see through this channel, we're going to spend very little time on launch monitors and a lot of time out here. Now, granted,
Absolutely.
we're using a launch monitor here, but we're only using it to capture data for you guys. What we care about is seeing the ball flight,
Right.
and you'll tell by the ball flight, the dispersion.
Yeah.
That's what we care about, the elements out here. Because inside the bay, it's all climate conditioned. It's a controlled environment. The greens, they stop the way they don't stop in the bay the way they're going to stop out here.
Correct.
So I think we learned a lot. I think this was a great purchase. I was even questioning him, going, "You just bought these clubs, man. What are we going to do?" But when he broke it down as to his whys, I went, "Yep, yep, it's a good plan."
And again, just from hitting the 6-7 balls, they feel amazing. There's nothing like a forged club. I mean, Steph hits some blades, Titleist blades, and when I hit them,
It feels good.
you remember that. Wow. And again, these have a little level of forgiveness, which is nice. I'm happy with the set.
I think
I'm
you did
happy.
great. I think you did great. Gang, we're buying strokes. That's why he's trading up as fast as he can, because he wants the lower scores. So when you're making the purchases out there, remember what you're buying. Not distance, not spin. Get the ball as close to the hole and into the hole as fast as possible. That's it.
Yep.
So
Buying strokes. I
yeah.
like it.
So gang, we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.